Today is the birthday of SGW, and when we're going to log into the game, we'll be able to receive certain rewards based on the level of our main character. The major one is going to be the weapon selector, and it's actually a pretty huge deal. So this is very important for beginners, mid-game players, and especially free-to-play players. That's why I'm going to explain best combinations and what you should choose from, what's the best options. And this is RudyCollects Video Games channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. Also, I'm going to speak a little bit about Workshop of Brilliant Light because this is also important. This is like the endgame content with dual elements and weapons there for our main character. They're playing a huge role. This is going to be like an important one. Also, when we're going to talk specifically about instance dungeons, the higher tiers, there we will have like some struggles with some of them, especially if we're lacking in terms of total power, but all of them, they have also dual elements. And again, weapons are going to play a huge role there. Also power of destruction with dual elements as well, and based on type of your strategy and weapons combination, you may receive different results. So we'll start with beginners, and the first weapon which we're going to talk about and you should focus on definitely is going to be the Plum Sword. This is the best option overall for beginners. The best combination is going to be with the Demon King's Daggers. That's pretty much no questions at all. It will help you to finish Vulcan at the very beginning, it will help you to finish Baron after all, and this is actually so far the best combo in this game. By my understanding, it's dealing a huge amount of damage. The Plum Sword is pretty much a unique weapon. Also, I'm going to show some different combinations which you can use with the Plum Sword. And the second most frequently used combination is going to be with Moonshadow Daggers, and of course with Magnifying Slashes, the skill which deals just a shitload of damage. It's going to carry you through a lot of different content, and especially with Baron in WOBL. The next combo is going to be actually the Plum Sword and Divine Quarterstaff. This is one of the latest weapons in this game, which is single hit weapon, and it deals just a ton of damage. In terms of a pure damage output from a single hit, it's the best one so far. The next one is old school combo. When I just started to play this game, it helped me quite a lot, and yes, we're going to talk about SSR Weapon, which is a West Wind. Oh my god, how many memories I have about this weapon, and it helped me a lot with Vulcan in WOBL. This was the best combo so far which I was using there, the Plum Sword and the West Wind. Still, I believe if you're a free-to-play player or a beginner, this is going to be so far the best free-to-play friendly combo, because you will be able just to focus and push your Plum Sword to the highest possible advancement and just use your West Wind. Of course, the second best choice is going to be DKD, Demon's King Daggers, and this is so far one of the best DPS weapons in this game. It provides a lot of damage, and the best combo I already showed you is going to be with the Plum Sword, no questions about it. It's going to carry you through a lot of content. But the second combination is going to be with Demon King's Longsword, and in my opinion it's a little bit underrated combo. I was able to complete Workshop of Brilliant Light, Baran, Proof of Strong level 20 with this combo specifically. It works pretty well. The Longsword dealing quite a nice damage on its own and provides some good buffs for DKD. Overall, the performance maybe a little bit below in compare with the Plum Sword, but still a good one. The next best choice, in my opinion personally, is going to be the Demon King's Longsword, believe it or not, but yes, I consider it one of the best weapons, just because of the mechanics, how it works. It carried me a lot through different Proof of Strongs level 20 when I was underpowered, in red total power zone. without any problems, without any questions. I don't know what's the trick, probably about lightnings and just in a lot of different ways to deal the damage, but the best combo with this weapon is going to be actually the Moonshadow Daggers, if you're using Longsword specifically as a pure DPS weapon. And yeah, as I already mentioned, it carried me a lot. The next place I'm going to give to Moonshadow Daggers, so far also one of the greatest support weapons, and you saw already some combinations with this weapon, but overall what else can we use with this one specifically? And yes, it's a Ziggs fragment, so the spear, not really frequently used one, and this is going to be interesting probably for mid-game players. I wouldn't specifically focus on this weapon, but overall they're doing pretty much well. Yes, once again, so with Moonshadow Daggers we can use the Demon King's Longsword, you saw already, and here is another proof, let's say, that this is going to work pretty much well. Overall, I should say this is also a unique support weapon, so you may think about different combos, specifically with weapons which don't take a lot of time to charge them or land a hit. Pretty much useful, and for the guild boss as well. And yes, the last one but not the least is going to be Thetis Grim. It's more important for mid-game players and the end-game players, because this specifically book you're going to use it, I believe, only on the guild boss. The best combos so far here are going to be the Grimoire and Moonshadow Daggers. So it's up to you. If you're an end-game player, yeah, you definitely should consider this one as probably one of the best options if you have everything else pretty much maxed out. But overall, we have a lot of different weapons and combinations which are going to be more priority before this book, in my opinion. And I didn't talk a lot about the power of destruction. Right now I believe it's a good time to discuss this topic, because for some of you this might be an important one. Not everyone really enjoyed this type of content, but some of you may consider this topic interesting, and here everything is going to depend on the level of your advancements, and of course the most frequent combos which you will see are going to be Moonshadow Daggers with the Plum Sword with Magnifying Slashes as the main DPS skill. The next combo is going to be again the Plum Sword with DKD if you have an elemental weakness as a wind. The other combo is going to be the fire actually, but we are not going to talk a lot about fire because this is really an expensive one and it requires quite a lot of investments here. The fire combo is dealing pretty much decent damage, but again, with the latest update it requires a lot of investment, and I'm not going to talk about it specifically for beginners or mid-game players, it's not that important. The other one is going to be again the Divine Quarterstaff, pretty much useful weapon here, it deals quite a lot of damage again, and yes, you can use it. Overall, not the most frequent one, but still useful. And for the power of destruction, that's pretty much it, because overall skills are playing an important role here, and this is not like the most important part to have a lot of different weapons. So we're talking about most frequently used ones, and again, first place I believe it's going to be the Plum Sword and Moonshadow Daggers. Next one is going to be DKD, and the next one is going to be the fire setup, which I'm not going to talk a lot about. I have different videos with the workshop of Brilliant Light where I explained how it works and exactly provided the showcase, and I believe I even have a video about the power of destruction where I was using exactly this combination, so if you're interested, just check out my channel. Now also a little bit about the endgame players. For some of you this might be interesting, but not for all of you. I understand, especially when we're talking about whales. Well, for you, I guess the situation looks pretty much similar to mine, or you have everything even better than I do, and higher in levels and so on, in advancements. But if you're a free-to-play player and you have, let's say, a lot of different weapons at A3, A4, A5, and you're thinking what to actually choose, my suggestion to you is going to be actually waiting. No rush. These selectors, they're not going to fade, and we're going to receive ourselves an update pretty much soon with a brand new weapon, which I'm going to also test and provide the overview and my thoughts about it, with results, with tests, with proofs. So I suggest you just wait. After that, it's going to be pretty much clear which weapons to choose, and I'm going to provide you the answer here as well. So yeah, I believe that's pretty much it for the topic of weapon selectors. I tried to provide my personal experience, and I hope it's going to be helpful to majority of you, or you're just going to find this interesting. Overall, thanks for watching. Again, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.